Hi there, I'm Rosa from Pilates Plus Wellness, and I thought I'd show you a pregnancy video because I'm now just over 39 weeks pregnant, and I'd promised my clients, so I thought I'd better go on and do the video for you. So these are some exercises that you can just do that will help the baby drop into place, that will also help with the pelvic floor, and will really help you if you're suffering any back pain, just to stretch out and mobilise your whole body. Okay, so we'll just start to begin with. Just if you've got one of the Swiss ball, just bouncing on the Swiss ball. And this helps at the later stages, dropping the baby down into the pelvic area. So you're going to pull the pelvic floor up as you're doing this. And then you're going to release your pelvic floor, just let your sit bones widen. So I'm pulling the pelvic floor up, and then I'm releasing the pelvic floor, allowing the sit bones to widen. So the pelvic floor release is obviously the most important thing that you want to practice at the later stages of your pregnancy and during your birth as well. And again, pull the pelvic floor up and release your pelvic floor. So you can practice that exercise when you're watching the telly, when you're at home, if you've got a spare minute. So yeah, that's a good one to be doing. So first of all, just to mobilise through our lower back, what we're going to do is pull the tummy muscles in, pull up the pelvic floor as we just tuck the pelvis and just flex slightly through our spine. And then we're just going to release the pelvic floor as we arch through the lower back. So imagine rolling the ball underneath you, pelvic floor pulls up, and just release your pelvic floor. And again, so we're going to exhale as we flex. And we inhale to release and just lift up through the chest, getting a little bit of back extension at the same time. Exhale, flex. Inhale to just lengthen and release. And again. And we'll just do two more. So anything that helps to mobilise through your back is going to help to reduce any pain that you might be getting. There's obviously a lot of pressure going onto the lower back with the weight for baby, and also the tension that happens throughout the muscles as well. And then from here, what we'll do is we'll just turn. You can do this sitting on the floor, by the way, if you haven't got a ball as well, or just on the sofa. So we're just going to float one arm up, touch the air, and we'll just reach over and stretch, breathing in. And then we exhale to bring the arm back. Float the arm up and really lengthen through both sides of the waist as you stretch, breathe in. And exhale to restack up. And again. And lengthen and restack. So often we can feel tightness through the rib cage, through the ribs as they expand. So just to stretch through this area is really good, just to help relieve that. I'm going to add to this, we're just going to stretch over, and then we're going to rotate down, rotate back up, and float the arm back. And breathe in, pull the tummy muscles in, exhale, breathe in, and restack up. And we'll do two more. And stretch, rotate down, and up, and reach over. Last time, take a deep breath in, exhale, inhale, and restack. Good. Okay, so we're going to go down onto the floor now, and I'm going to show you some exercises. We'll get rid of this Swiss ball for now. I'm going to show you some exercises that will help mobilise your lower back. Obviously we're not going to be laying on our backs for too long because we don't want to do that because of the weight of the placenta, and also that may reduce oxygen to the baby if you're laying on your back for too long. If you're uncomfortable laying on your back, you'll know straight away. You just turn onto your left hand side if this is the case. Otherwise, for a minute, it should be fine. So I'm just going to come down slowly, and I'm laying down in what's called neutral pelvis and spine. So my tailbone is heavy, the back of the ribs are heavy, and the back of the head is heavy into the floor. So from here I'm going to have the feet hip width apart. I breathe in. As I breathe out, I'm just going to imagine rolling a marble to the belly button as I pull the tummy muscles in, pelvic floor pulls in, sit bones together. And then I'm just going to lift the pelvis slightly and just send the knees forward over the toes. So I'm not lifting very high at all. I breathe in. And then as I breathe out, I soften the breastbone and I lower vertebra by vertebra, but keep tucking the pubic bone to the ceiling until the lower back imprints in the floor, and I release the pelvic floor at the end. Take a deep breath in. Scoop and hollow the abdominals, pelvic floor pulls up, will the pelvis imprint. Lift the pelvis, lift the spine, stretch the knees forward and hold, relaxing the shoulders, breathe in. And as I breathe out, I just let gravity take me down, vertebra by vertebra as I lower down. And then release. And again, we'll just do one more. Breathe in to prepare. Scoop and hollow the abdominals, wheel the pelvis, imprint. Lift the pelvis, lift the spine, stretch those knees, feel the stretch in the front of the thighs, feel the work in the glutes and the back of the legs. And then vertebra by vertebra, I lower down and release at the end. I'm going to bring my feet and knees together, and I'm just going to stretch the arms out to the side. So from here, imagine I'm grounding those shoulders into the floor. The only thing that will move will be my hips and my lower back, and my legs stay in line with the hips. So I take a deep breath in. As I breathe out, I let the hips come up and over to one side, and I lengthen both sides of the waist, pulling the tummy muscles in. And I keep the shoulders grounded down, feet stack like a block. I take a deep breath in here. And as I breathe out, I use the oblique muscles in my waist, my tummy muscles, to pull the tummy muscles in, letting the tailbone be heavy as I wheel back to center. Take a deep breath in. And as I breathe out, hips come up and over to one side, and I lengthen both sides of the waist as I stretch, and I hold there, breathe in. And then I use the waist muscles, soften the breastbone, pulling the tummy in as I come back to center. Breathe in to prepare. Scoop and hollow the abdominals, exhale to move. Lengthen the waist. Breathing in. Exhale to move. We'll just do two more. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale to move. Breathing in. Exhale, move. Good. And then I'm going to turn over onto my side. And we're going to do some side lying leg exercises. I'll move this mat over a little bit, and also mobilising through the upper body. So we're going to use the cushion for this, and we'll move these out of the way. Okay, so from here, my legs are at 90-degree angle. My head is down, head, shoulders and hips are in a straight line. I'm going to take a deep breath in as I float the arm up in line with the ear, and then I rotate my head, my neck, rib cage as I circle round, down past the hip, back to start position. So this is really good just to mobilise through the upper body, but keeping your hips still, keeping your legs still, and just opening up through the chest and just releasing any tension through the back. Breathe in to prepare, and lift and lengthen, and then exhale to rotate round. So you want to keep your arm on the same angle as the rib cage and not take the arm too far back. Breathe in, exhale, rotate round. Breathe in, lengthen, exhale to rotate. 2 more. And now from here, I'm going to straighten my bottom arm above my head, place the cushion between the arm and the head, and I lengthen both my legs. You can have your hand down in front of you for a little bit of stability, or if you want to challenge yourself and you've been doing Pilates for a while, you can put your hand on top here. We'll keep our hand down for this demonstration. So from here we're going to breathe in as we lift and lengthen both those legs, and think of really stretching through the waist. So we're working the muscles at the waist and at the back, and we're keeping the tummy pulled in, and then we lower down. And again, so lengthen through the body first, and then we lift, and we exhale to lower. And again, pull the tummy muscles in, pelvic floor, inner thighs. Breathe in, lift. Exhale to lower. So we're lifting on this occasion just to help, and we're breathing as we lift to help lengthen through the body and lower. So now what we're going to do is we're going to lift the legs and we're going to hold if this feels comfortable. Otherwise, just stick to what we were doing before. And then we're going to exhale as we scissor the legs. One leg goes back, the other one forwards. We inhale together. Exhale. Inhale together. And again. So doing these exercises, if you feel any pelvic pain, if you feel any pulling anywhere, then you just stop straight away. And these are the exercises that we've been doing in class, or that we've gradually built up to do, and we show variations as well. So if you're not sure at all of what you're doing and you haven't done this before, I highly recommend coming to the classes first. And we'll do 2 more. Last one. And then lower those legs down. We're going to bend the bottom leg at 90-degree angle, straighten the top leg. We're going to breathe in as we flex the foot forwards, and we exhale, point the toe, taking the leg back. So we're pulling the tummy muscles in, making sure there's no movement through the upper body as we do this. Breathe in, flex the foot forwards, exhale, point the toe back. And again. So we usually do 8 of each of the leg sequence. And after we've done the leg forward and back, you only take the leg to what range you can without the upper body moving. We're going to flex the foot, and we're going to lift and lower for 1. Breathe in, lift, exhale, lower, 2. And 3, and think of that length from the crown of the head all the way down to the tailbone. Be aware of your alignment, and also keep your hips stacked one on top of the other, and pulling the tummy muscles in to help support your back. And then from here we're going to bend both those knees, take your feet back, heels, hips, shoulders in a straight line. We're going to lift that top knee, push the knee forward slightly, and then we lower down. And again, so this is the oyster. Helps to strengthen through the pelvic stabilising muscles, which is what we want to do throughout our pregnancy. Get these muscles strong, they're doing the correct job that they should be, and that helps to put less strain on the lower back, hence that will help prevent lower back pain. And we'll just do one more of those. So you should feel this under the crease of the buttock and a little bit through the inner thigh when you're doing this exercise. Okay, so we're going to do that all again on the other side. And this video is going to be about 20 minutes, maybe a little bit more. But I'll do the whole sequence with you. So from here, right angle, breathe in as we stretch. Exhale, rotate round. Breathe in, lift, lengthen. Exhale to rotate. So a constant flowing movement in sync with your breathing. And we'll just do 2 more. And then we're going to straighten our legs. Placing the cushion underneath the head, lengthen through the body, pull the abdominals in. Breathe in to lift and lengthen. Exhale to lower. So we're working through the inner thighs, we're pulling up the pelvic floor, and we're feeling those sit bones close together. And we'll just do a few, not as many reps as we did on the other side, but we're going to lift those legs, breathe in, separate, exhale together, breathe in, separate. So it's a tiny movement that I'm actually doing with the legs from the top of the hips. I'm pulling in the tummy muscles and feel the rib to hip connection at the front. And then from here I'm going to bend that bottom leg, hand down, breathe in as I flex the foot forward, exhale, point the toe back, breathe in forwards, exhale back. So I'm breathing in to lengthen the spine, exhaling to go back. And then I hold, flex the foot, toe down, heel up, and I'm going to lift and lower in sync with the breathing. So just doing this little routine and focusing on your deep breathing will help you relax as well as stay in shape. And we're going to show you just one more exercise after this, last time for this, just to help stretch out through your back. And then we're going to go into the oyster. So when you're doing this sequence on your own, just do 8 reps, or if you feel like it, you can do more, say 16, of each of these exercises that I'm showing you. And we go through these, as I said before, in class. So to make sure that you're doing them correctly, I encourage you to come along and relax. So now what we're going to do to finish off, so we're running out of time, is just to mobilise through your back. So I'm on all fours, hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. From here, I'm going to take a deep breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to wheel the pelvis, hollow the abdominals and flex, and then I sit back slightly. And then I'm going to lengthen, I release the pelvic floor, and I come forwards. I exhale, pelvic floor pulls up as I flex and sit back. And I lengthen, pelvic floor releases, sit bones widen. And again, So it becomes just a flowing movement in sync with your breathing. We'll just do one more. And release. Okay, so there's some exercises that you can do throughout your whole pregnancy. I've certainly done them and they've really helped me. And if you'd like to come along and learn loads more, I'd love to show you. But we've got the classes on a Wednesday and a Saturday. Have a look at our website, www.pilatespluswellness.com.